Hello and welcome to another tutorial. Today I'm not actually going to be talking about, I will not be talking about DigitalOcean today. Well, I just mentioned it, so I guess I will be. But anyways, that's not what this tutorial will be about today. Today I'll be talking about WebMatrix 3. It's Microsoft's WebMatrix. We'll go ahead and I'm happen to be using Windows 8.1. This is the preview development, whatever you want to call it, version. So I'm going to go ahead and type in WebMatrix, but I already have it installed. I'm just going to kind of just show you what it is. But if you don't have WebMatrix, you're going to want to go ahead and press the free download button, and it will go ahead and download a program called Microsoft Web Platform Installer. Now, once you get that done, it will then go ahead and start. It will prompt you with the WebMatrix 3 download information, etc. Um, and a very cool feature, as we can, okay, we'll go back to Web Platform Installer real quick, then ahead myself, and we can go to Products, and you'll see that there's a bunch of stuff. You're going to want to make sure that you have Git, because that's going to be what I'm covering in this tutorial is Git. So make sure you have WebMatrix 3. It actually comes with, Git comes with Microsoft WebMatrix 3. So anyways, Git is like a versioning system. Whenever you go ahead and set up your sites and etc., it's going to go ahead and, well, basically it's going to, it stores on a server, but you can roll back basically to previous things. Like I'll go ahead and for example, I'll show you GitHub first, and then I'll go to Bitbucket. So GitHub. Okay, so GitHub is this site here, and anyways, I can see that I have my repositories right here. So anyways, I'm gonna go ahead and actually clone the Wonderground API site. No, I don't want to clone that. You kidding me? No, I don't want to clone that either. I will go ahead and clone the Mind panel, I mean. So I'm going to go ahead and actually go ahead and clone this. So in order to clone, we're going to have to get the clone URL, which happens to be this link. Now, this will actually work with GitHub with no extra necessary things needed. So we're going to go ahead and copy this, make sure we have that copied, go into WebMatrix, we're going to go to Open, and then we're going to go to Source Control. Now we're going to do Open Site from Git, and the remote URL will be the to your project, and just leave the site name. Well, it will automatically actually generate the site name. So we're going to go ahead and press OK. It's going to go ahead and get all the information in the background. Very useful. But as we can see, if we go to our documents, go to documents and go to my websites, go to the current one that you're repoing or downloading, and just make sure you're going to have to actually wait a couple seconds here because it's actually downloading it, and it will not completely push all the changes. There they are until it's all done. Now it's really nice because you don't even need an SSH key. You actually just, well, actually this is cloning, but still you won't need SSH. So we're going to go ahead and press continue. It's going to be getting PHP. It might take longer than yours. I already have a PHP site set up. So now if we go ahead and go to source control and we do edit to, let's just say I'm going to do readme, and I'm just going to go ahead and add an extra enter here. Oops. I'm going to go ahead and just enter down, control save. I'm going to go to commit. I'm going to add edited, oh crap, I forgot to turn off my stuff. Oh well, sorry about that. readme.md. I am then going to go ahead and press OK, and then push origin. Okay, now it's going to go ahead and push data to our site, and it might end up asking for credentials, which it does. So the username in this case will happen to be your username of your GitHub account and your password. You will then go ahead and press enter or OK, and it went ahead and pushed complete. Now if we go back to GitHub, go to your name, and you should see that I contributed on September 20, well, that's 22nd. Let's go ahead and actually go to my panel and go ahead and go to commits, and September 28th we can see we edited readme.md. So as you can see, it all happens to work out, and with GitHub it's very easy, but Bitbucket, there's actually kind of like an extra step, if you will. So let's go ahead, go back to WebMatrix. Let's go ahead and do new, and then let's go to yeah, we're going to open from source control, and we're going to open site from Git, and we're going ahead and get a Bitbucket URL. I'm going to actually go ahead and just fork somebody. I'm going to go find somebody's random repository. Uh, trying to think. I'm going to go ahead and pause the video while I find a repository. Okay, so I found a random repository. I'm going to go ahead and actually press fork, and it will fork it to my account. I'm just going to rename it Minecraft username premium checker. Okay, and I'm going to go ahead and go ahead and make this private. Allow. Okay, so I'm just going to add. I'm just going ahead and fork this repository, and that's all we really have to do for now. Okay, so I've went ahead and forked this. I'm going to go ahead and actually clone this. Now, this is when it gets difficult. We have to HTTPS, and then we're going to actually paste this in our browser right now. And actually, we're not going to even do that. We're going to copy the main page that we're at. Make sure you're at your repo, and then you're going ahead and copy the URL of where you're at. Now, this is I tried using the HTTPS earlier, and it will not work because you have creator at bitbucket.org, and the cloning of Microsoft WebMatrix does not like that at all. So I'm just going ahead and paste in that link of where we're at. Remember where we're at, the URL. I'm going ahead and press OK. Now it's going ahead and clone that. And this one here might actually ask for credentials since it is private, but it might not. We'll see. And never mind. And it's configuring the site for PHP. And we are actually completely all done. Now, if I go ahead and edit a file, go ahead and edit readme. Checks to see if Minecraft users own the game. Okay, now I go ahead and press save. I'll do source control, commit. I will say edited, read me. Go ahead and press OK. I will go ahead and press push in origin. And it will go ahead and push this, and it might end up asking me for credentials. And we'll see here in a second. And it won't. And now the reason why it's not is because I already have my Bitbucket account. I already cloned my own repositories because I'm working on in WebMatrix. And you can actually go ahead and open my sites, and you can actually change the site that you're being part of. As you can see, it's here. Alright, so that's about it for this tutorial. I hope I helped everybody out. And also, pretty nice feature that's built into WebMatrix. If you go ahead and press shell, and you happen to have a if you happen to have a server, this is something new. If you happen to have a server, like a Linux server, you can do SSH and then root, or your username, which happens to be root at, and then direct.craftstat.us, and it will go ahead and ask you for, it will go ahead and actually, it will make sure that you're okay with doing that. And anyways, you'll say yes here, and then you have to enter a password, and then it'll be good. So actually, you can SSH in Windows, so that is without having to get PuTTY or another program. So that's very interesting. Alright, well, thank you everybody for taking a look at this tutorial. I hope I helped somebody out, and I will have more tutorials down the road using Microsoft WebMatrix. I have used Microsoft WebMatrix before, but then, well, it wasn't as good as what I needed, so I had to change around a bit. WebMatrix has really changed, and it's pretty cool. So anyways, I mean, there's a lot of stuff you can do with WebMatrix. It's really good. Okay, well, thank you for tuning in, and I'll see you next time.